Recording in progress.
Watercooler. Ba 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 da. Watercooler. Ba da doo 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 doo. Watercooler. Ba 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 da. Hey, welcome to Watercooler. Thank you so much for tuning in. Mouth licks are back. So thank you for tuning in, because I know you probably didn't want. You were like, oh, no mouth licks, no re-listen for me, but you did it anyway, and you earned them. So thank you for hanging out and tuning in. You know how the show goes. I, Chris Locks, I'm on a kick it with my Corolla Digital Buds of yesteryear, and Dawson. Well, I guess he's still Corolla Digital Bud of yesteryear. With sorry, dude, I haven't done this in a long time. I don't even know how to intro you guys anymore. It's been freaking
lost
minute.
the script somewhere along
Lost
the line.
the script. Lost my sense of direction. Lost my memory. And anyway, let me introduce everybody who's here with me today. All the way in Austin, Texas, it's Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
Ooh, I missed hearing that. And then
I missed you.
I missed. Let's just talk about how much we miss each other.
I mean, the arms, I would stretch them farther, but then you wouldn't see them on the screen.
That's true. Yeah, Matt's arms are stretched all the way out for those who are just listening. And then all the way in I mean, sorry, I did that already. See, this is what I'm talking about, dude. I need to loosen up. I need to relax, and I need to introduce my buddy in NoHo, California. It's Mike Dawson.
Chris, I miss you like the desert misses the rain. Yeah.
Dude, that song just reminds me of my days working at TJ Maxx, listening to that song on the speakers. All right, and then all the way in Las Vegas, Nevada, Sin frickin' City. It's Mr. Gary Smith.
Howdy, partner.
Oh, I like that. So
Brothers.
Gary is in Vegas because he's on a bachelor party, and he has decided to just grace us with his presence for a little bit, give us a Vegas update, and possibly his blood alcohol content percentage. So, Gary,
Yeah,
what's
when
going
did
on?
you start?
Okay, so I landed around 11:30. I got to the hotel around 12:15.
During the daytime, to be clear.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, those are AM. Well, I guess 12:15 was PM, but I got here in the morning. But I have been called back to the room numerous times because there has been breaking news. Karen Reed was found not guilty. The Lakers have been sold for $10 billion, and Mark is just determined to fuck with me. So I have been. It has been an absolute mess. I mean, it's just I cannot enumerate. I'm supposed to be at dinner in 19 minutes. The chances that I make it there at that time are slim to none. But I'm sitting here
I mean,
posting.
especially if you're sticking around for a Shay. I mean, that's going to be
Yeah,
15 to 20 minutes on its
Oh
own.
no, yeah, no. If I stay for the Shay, then I'm not going to eat myself. So I'm going to have to bail for the Shay. So I'm sorry to hear. I'm sorry to tell you guys that, but I did want to
No, you're
check
not.
in because
You're not
I'm
sorry
sitting
to
here.
miss the
Well,
Shay.
no, I'm
Don't
not.
lie.
No, Dawson, you're very
Don't lie.
right. You're very right. I'm not sorry about
Yeah.
that. I'll just touch my face now because I know that's Caitlin's favorite part of the Shay is just when But
Caitlin's not here, by the
I
way.
am. I can see that. Thank you very much, Matt.
I
But
was
yes, I
telling
am
the listener. God damn it.
I know, but I'm fucking with you. But no, I am sitting in my room at the Aria, and I am going to
fancy.
dinner at Catch tonight, which is a sushi dinner, which the three of you know, about 5 years ago would have been my nightmare, but now I eat sushi, so I'm very much looking
do?
forward to it.
Dude.
Yeah, and then I'm going
Douchey.
to yeah, and then we're going to a beach club tonight, which really assuaded my fears of dress codes. I sent a message in the group chat with about 25 guys who are on this bachelor party saying, what do I need as far as dress code to get into a club in Las Vegas? I know how to dress for a parent-teacher conference where I'm going to slap a principal down for asking me about jury duty, but I have no idea what the dress code is for a nightclub. And they said, no, bro, you're going to a beach party, so you can wear a swimsuit and flip-flops. It's basically Matt's dream.
Oh, this is my dream nightclub. Where
Yeah.
were these in circa 2009?
They were there. We just didn't have the means to go to them. But I am hanging out with people who are much more successful than me. So that's where I'm going tonight. So
Always be the worst player on your team. Always.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Dawson. And yeah, there are a lot of dudes who so far today have reached for a check a lot faster than I could. And I have done Jurassic Park arms like Matt, just,
Like
oh,
Matt.
yeah,
You can
I would,
also you can also do the stretch for it and then pretend like a
oh,
ghost
yeah.
elbow injury. Ow! Oh,
Mhm.
fuck!
Yeah, the first
You know.
no, the first one I dropped the credit card in the little cup that the bartender had put there, and then a few more guys came up, and the person who I was sharing that cup with said, "No, let's take our credit cards out." And I said, "Say less." And then, you know, ultimately, yeah. So I'm hanging with a lot of guys who are way more successful than me, and I'm drifting off them a little bit. I have definitely picked up a few checks, and I plan to pick up a few more. But it's an interesting trip to hang out with people where you are not necessarily anywhere near the most affluent person in the group.
Will you be gambling?
Always be
I
gambling.
would I would like to gamble. Matt, as a matter of fact, we are at the Aria, which I did not know until I got here, was where you and I actually did a little gambling during one of the trips that we did with Corolla. But I recognized a few of the little rooms that I told people in my life that I had never been to the Aria before. But upon getting here, Chris, during your bachelor party, I believe we came to the Aria and we
Top floor.
ate a little food. Yeah, top floor. And I believe Matt, during one of the uh, home advisor conferences, we came here and you and I snuck off after a private whiskey tasting and played a little blackjack and made a good amount of money in a very short period of time. And I've walked by all of those things and all those memories have flooded back to me. So I do hope to be gambling. I've brought a good amount of cash to try to do that for a time period, but so far today, because I keep getting called back to my computer to post stories about the Lakers or about the Karen Reed trial or about God knows whatever else strikes Mark's fancy, it's been tough, but
He
I'm
knows you're
I'm
in
hanging in
Vegas
there.
though, so that's why he
Yeah.
suddenly wants you to
Correct.
post about the Lakers.
Correct.
Gary, your clear and deliberate manner of speaking does not match the alcoholic-induced puffiness of your face right now. Come on. I think you can hold your liquor pretty well, is what I'm saying.
Listen, I'm a professional.
Yeah, good job. Proud of you.
You're handling it quite well.
No, I've been called away. I will say that if I was to bring in some of my compatriots, there would be a different level of slur and of voice clarity. But I have been called away a few times, and I think that it's leading to me being a little bit more clear. And absolutely, under no circumstances would I be joining this podcast 2 hours from now.
Well, God bless Karen Reed.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
That got you next to a computer. Is there? And you could just tell us. I mean, it's just us. It's me, you, Matt, Dawson, a few other.
And my
listeners.
wife.
Oh, is she there?
Is she on the line?
She's not there, but she will be listening.
Oh,
So
no, it's just-
temper your question,
it's
sir.
just- oh, no,
He was
nothing.
Gary talking you before you even needed
I
the
know.
Gary talking.
I
Yeah,
know.
I Gary talks the question.
He's getting good. Is there a beverage within reaching distance of you right now?
If
There-
this was show and tell.
I've got to be honest.
Oh
This is
my
the only one I
God.
can reach.
Smart water. And it's not even opened.
It's the only one I can reach, and God hope
It's
that
probably
that is not on, like,
$28.
let's hope that's not on like a weight
Yeah, the
sensor,
sensor,
because
yeah.
I might have just cost myself $28 to Matt's point. But no, there's not a drink in my reach. I made the mistake of looking at my phone and I was asked if a podcast was up, and I had to depart much like, two of you attended my bachelor party. The bachelor in question got a very nice suite in the Sky Suites tower of the Aria, which is not where I'm staying. And I've been in that room for a long time with 15 or 20 guys. And I made the mistake of looking at my phone, and Mark asked whether or not a podcast was up, and it wasn't. So I rushed back to my room to post that podcast. And
He
that's
was
why I'm
waiting
sitting
for
at
the
my
Super
computer.
Troopers movie night. That's what Mark wanted.
Exactly.
I'll tell
Exactly.
you, man, my life has changed so much. Like the meetup room, I remember that. You like some of your buddies get the big room, and that's like the meetup room where everybody just hangs out. Everybody meets up there. Everybody drinks there. Everybody pre-games there. Everybody post-games there. And basically, everyone just posted up there. I went on a trip to Palm Springs with like 4 other families. and the meeting room was in one of the rooms, but there are a bunch of toddlers everywhere, and they're just snacking. And toddler snacks, man, they're processed. They're hard crackers. I'm walking barefoot over all these broken shit. I felt like Bruce Willis in Die Hard, like just.
And by the way, Chris,
just walking across the living room. This is
by the way, Chris,
how is this living?
I have to say, you and I have put this gentleman to shame. My friend is a hedge fund dude who has all the money in the world, and he said, "I'm going to get a hangover style suite in Vegas, and everyone can congregate there." You got a 2-bedroom suite. It's not great.
Not the hangovers.
What you got for your bachelor party, what I got for my bachelor party in San Diego, we have put him to shame. And I'm not saying that to anyone who is going to, be at this bachelor party, and I'm not going to say that to no one at this party is going to listen, but I looked around this suite. I told a few people before I left, I'll send you videos of the suite. No videos will be sent.
Of course.
Yeah. No, it's a fine space for us to meet up in, but
I do have one observation that I've been observing on this show. 60% of the show, when we have full capacity, uses the word toddler. Right now, 50% of this show uses the word toddler. You will never hear someone without children volunteer the word toddler.
Why?
In conversation.
I'll tell you why, Chris, because it takes having a toddler to observe one and understand why that is a term. They toddle.
So what if what if you find somebody who toddles? How do you
But that's the thing, is that until you have your own.
If we find people who toddle, you should worry about us.
But that's what I'm saying, Dawson, is that it only exists from age like 1.5 to 3 or 3.5.
Right.
And then at that point, if you find someone who toddles, then they're just a horrible addict.
Yeah.
I see.
I see. So yeah, it
I
really
every now and then I toddle.
By the
I
way,
was about to say,
toddled.
I've been out drinking with Dawson before. There might be some toddling.
Guys, if you zoomed me in 4 or 5 hours, it's not unlikely that I would be toddling. It just, but I just realized I'm supposed to be at dinner in 10 minutes. So I was happy to zoom in and join you guys, but I gotta go.
Gary,
toddle.
I need you. Otherwise, toddler's only going to be 33.333% of this podcast. I'll be the minority.
I'm killing the
33.3 repeating.
All my notes are toddler notes.
Oh no! Oh my god! Why aren't you using Post-its?
If I had a friend named
Those are
Todd,
far too big, Chris.
I need a friend named Todd so I can just call him Toddler.
That's what I thought. I was thinking that too.
Thank you, Matt.
Oh my god,
Matt, professional.
Professional
podcaster. Post-it notes.
And that's why I can't stay for Shay, because there's 2 fucking Post-it notes. Yeah, I've got to get out of here, guys. I'm sorry, but I've got to go eat some sushi, and I will report back with a Shay Fonda gay-ry.
Yeah.
Nice. I look forward to it, my friend. Thanks for calling in.
Enjoy your
go easy on the
love you,
tonight,
fellas,
brother.
I mean, how dare you?
Blowfish.
All right, later, fellas.
All righty.
Blowfish. Thank you, Chris. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Adios. Oh man, poor guy.
Gary is definitely cutting up a rail of cocaine right now.
He does not do that.
Can't confirm. Matt can't confirm Matt's statement. All right. Gary's holding up the smart water. I was in Orlando last week, and
Orlando.
First off,
Orlando Calrissian.
Yeah. And had a great time. Went to the show called Infocom, Dawson, which is kind of right up your alley. I'm surprised you don't go to this.
It sound like an awesome punk band.
It's like a place where you go to get info, man.
I know. Both statements are true. Dawson's is a little bit more true.
Yeah. Mine was sarcastic.
Oh, well, it's still, I'd go to the show.
Well, I hope you didn't have much outdoor travel between your hotel and wherever this InfoCon was, because I'll tell you one thing about Orlando. I've worked several live events in Orlando, and you walk out of your hotel room in the summer and you are soaked 300% through within 5 minutes.
That is completely what happened to me. I went in on a Tuesday night and it was just a straight up thunderstorm.
Orlando fucking sucks.
Super hard rain. But at the same, it's like hot rain though. I don't know. It's kind of fun just because I'm not used to it.
Dude, the rain makes it better. Great outdoor games where it was 88 degrees outside, but 100% humidity. So if you got rain, at least it was a little bit of a reprieve from that oppressive heat.
I also want to remind you, Chris, at our friend Rob's wedding in Florida, it started pouring rain in the middle of their reception, and then the DJ played Umbrella by Rihanna, and it brought the house down. It was amazing.
It's very appropriate. I remember dancing to that. Song. I actually have. I'm going to bring up that wedding in a little bit, but went to InfoComm, COMM, and it's like a. Dots, this is
shit.
It's a.
I thought it was just with one M. Now I'm listening though.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds pretty techy.
Now I pulled you back in.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's DOS. It's so techy.
There's M&Ms. I'm in.
COM is short for communication.
Yeah, and it's all sound mixing.
Yeah. Ironically, they could have communicated it
consoles, shorter. You could. Just InfoComm is a better ring to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, speakers, consoles, DOS. Like it's just sound guys everywhere. You know the guy. They're all and. I love sound guys. Personally.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do you have a Yamaha Polo?
No, I don't.
Oh, dude.
I'll get one.
That's uniform when you're representing at a audio conference.
A trade show? I wasn't necessarily...
You got to get the company Polo.
You should. I've been to a lot of trade shows in my day. NAMM. Mm-hmm. We used to go to every year. SEMA. I used to go to every year. I still go to NAMM every year.
CatCon.
CatCon
The thing is, I'm not really a booth babe, though, so they're not going to want me.
A booth banger?
A booth babe.
Oh, a booth babe.
Yeah, I mean, interchangeable.
Yeah, it's like a Venn diagram. There's some crossover, but
Chris is not eye candy.
I'm not.
But you are brain candy. They're like, hey, this short Asian guy must know everything.
This has all just been so insulting the last 10 seconds of this.
That was praise.
You're not eye candy, but you're brain candy. The
you're
short
brain
Asian
candy,
dude. Regardless.
He told Gary earlier that he's got pudgy face from drinking. He's on a heater,
Matt,
I'm in fucking trouble, dude. I am in trouble.
Anyway, it's all checking out the latest and greatest in speakers and mixers and and cameras and LED screens. It's awesome. It's if you ever go to a concert, all that stuff is starting there. It's the seeds of creating those shows. So I'm there for the week for InfoComm. Have a great time. Meet some awesome sound guys. And by the way, not as grumpy as everybody says. They're quite delightful. No. You just got to know how to speak their language a little bit, Yeah. So I'm there, and we're going to a dinner, and I'm like, oh, what is everybody wearing to this dinner? Like people are asking, and they're like, oh, it's like business casual, and that's always like a weird thing for me. I'm like, okay, just a collared shirt maybe, but then I'm like, I'm in Orlando, and I think Orlando, this humidity, they have a different formal business casual. And people are asking me, what do I mean by that? And I said, I went to a wedding once. And at this wedding, I saw a guy changing his shorts and flip-flops mid-ceremony.
Yeah.
And they were like, I get it now. And that's kind of how I shaped what Orlando formal was. And I was right, by the way. They're just so more forgiving because it's impossible to wear all these heavy clothes in this kind of heat and humidity. So, Orlando.
I just want to clarify, if I can, just rewind a half second, because obviously Chris is talking about me right now. But I did not change into shorts and flip-flops mid-ceremony. I had the decency to wait for the ceremony to end.
He didn't say mid-ceremony. He said mid-reception.
No, I absolutely said mid-ceremony.
Oh, you did say ceremony? Okay.
I know what I did.
Because I know the story, my brain auto-corrected.
Listen, it's how I live my life. Pants for the ceremony, shorts for the reception.
Put that on a bumper sticker, bro.
Yeah.
That's a maxim.
It's on to our listeners for $5.
That's a maxim. Pants for the ceremony, shorts for the reception.
I had to buy an umbrella there because I didn't bring one. I didn't think to bring one. And I've never been an umbrella guy. I mean, look, we're in Southern California. It rains a handful of times a year. And when it does rain, I'm not usually just standing in it. And if I am, I'm not really bothered by it that much. But had to get the umbrella this time. It's the first umbrella I bought in, I don't know, a decade.
I have several questions, if I may.
I do too, but go ahead, Matt.
No, please. No, I want you to ask your questions first.
Well, my first question is, even if it wasn't raining, you would be soaked by the time you got into the convention center. So is this umbrella thing revolving around your hair?
Great question.
Oh.
Did the humidity and the rain fuck up your hair? Because
did not notice
you're not changing anything about your appearance. Either you're wet with rain or you're wet with sweat.
I actually got it for the gear because I had a bunch of gear in my backpack, and I didn't want my backpack to get
perfect answer.
All messed up.
All right, now my first umbrella
hair looked
question.
great the whole time, my man.
Okay, good.
Didn't do anything with the hair.
Was this an umbrella that required your strength to push the little slidey thing
This
up?
is a big question.
Or did you just push the button to have it open?
I personally am a much bigger fan of the manual umbrella.
The slidey.
Yeah.
The slidey.
Price, because he's traveling and he bought the umbrella on the road. He's not going to spend an outrageous amount of money on a.
Well, I mean, it doesn't need to close. You made the close motion. That is fancy, pushing the button to make it close. But the pushing the button to just make it release from the lever and pop open.
I pushed a button. All I did was push a button.
I saw you squeeze your hands together. You did. You squeezed out.
I used one hand. I used one hand.
I wish we could rewind. I wish we could rewind.
Yeah, Dawson did something. He did something with both his hands and his lips.
I might have done something like this.
Either way, I'm just saying, you'd be surprised. It's like, back in the day of flat screen TV, it seemed so expensive, but now every TV is flat screen. It's really not that expensive. I think similarly, the umbrella game, we realized it really just takes one little release, like the button you push moves in the lever. It's not that hard to do. I don't think it's that expensive.
You're right. My umbrella is made by LG, which is kind of interesting too. But the button pushing one, it's just there's too many mechanics. There's too much going on.
Yeah,
that a lot can go wrong with pushing that little button at the base of the umbrella to let it open. So
I'll tell you what's not going to happen though. You're not going to pinch your finger. Because that's the problem with the slidey is you're not going to pinch it when it's going up, but you're going to pinch your finger when you're trying to pull it back down.
Well, I'm pretty careful about it, but it's just I think it just lasts longer, and I'm going for something that'll last. I want to give this umbrella to my son when he's of age. I want him to pass it down to his. So it's just I also when things break, like it's just the umbrella could just fall apart if the button doesn't work. The button, you push the button, nothing happens. The spring gets all loose, and the umbrella just looks like that cup that Matt drinks out of. Like it's just I want my umbrella to just be a solid piece of working, functional. It's just an accessory like that blocks the rain, does what I asked it to do, and then gets real small, and I can stow it away in my backpack. Or in the little tube at the lobby of Starbucks, whatever. So there's ways I think about that, but I'm a manual guy. Anyway, so I'm at Orlando having a blast. It didn't actually only rain the first day. I buy the umbrella and it's just beautiful and sunny every other day. But that's just how my life works. But
that's how it goes.
Yeah, I came out with an umbrella. And I had a good time. I went to did some Disney stuff, Matt. I think you'd be proud of me.
I was going to ask about that.
I basically lived the life of Matt. I went into Orlando thinking, what would Matt do? And
did you go to Epcot?
No.
Downtown Disney, though, right?
Like Disney Springs? I went there.
Yeah, Disney Springs. There you go.
Okay.
I went.
The only reason why I like Epcot is because I'm an alcoholic. And you can have beers around the world.
You can. Yes. That is completely true. They also have beers at other places in Orlando, though, so I was able to.
They have beers.
That's not
at
just
other
Epcot.
Places in Orlando.
It's not just Epcot. Yeah,
that is awesome.
I went to
Epcot to drink.
There's a lot of misconceptions about Orlando, and I'm here to bust those doors wide open and just go, hey, let me break down the real Orlando
Break it down
for you. All right. Not only did I go to Disney Springs, Matt, I went to Wild Animal Kingdom or Disney Animal Kingdom. I don't know.
You went to Animal Kingdom?
Went to freaking Animal Kingdom.
Oh my God.
Also,
that's like a zoo and a theme park all rolled up in one.
It's a nicer zoo for the
Avatar
animals,
ride,
but it's not as good for the viewers because you can't see the animals up close.
Oh, I see.
When we went to San Diego when we were kids for a vacation, we went to the Wild Animal Park and the San Diego Zoo. And I walked out of there going, okay, the Wild Animal Park, that's great for the animals. If I was an animal, that's where I'd like to be. But if I'm a person wanting to look at animals, it's the zoo.
You're right, Doss, in the sense that, it's a complete gamble when you go to these places. I mean, you go there and you're like, all right, let's see the lions. And they're going, oh, lions are sleeping.
They're
sleeping all day. They're in the shade. They're sleeping. They're out of sight. It's really up to them when they want to be seen. Things like that. It's like, okay, well, that sucks. But it sucks for the viewer, yeah. But for the lions, what do they care? Gorillas, by the way, total hams. They love just being in front of everybody. But yeah, saw the animals, went to Pandora, hung out with the Na'vi, Matt.
Oh my God, I've always wanted to go on that ride.
Incredible.
Was it awesome?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's like Disney. I mean, Chris obviously can speak to it in more detail, but Doss, if you've been on the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland, it's that style ride, but in the world of Avatar.
That is.
Oh.
Okay. So that is completely incorrect. But
oh no. I thought it was.
No, they have two rides at in Pandora for Avatar. One is more like it's a small world or pirates without the drops. You're just kind of in a boat going through the water indoors, and you're seeing all the lights and the animatronics and things like that.
Would you say that you went the way of the water?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Matt. You go the way of the water in one. And the other one is like, sorry for those who don't even know this reference, but there's a ride at California Adventure called Soarin' Over California.
So good.
But this one is a 3D version of that where you're straddling what's called a banshee, which is like those dragons that the Avatar Na'vi ride.
Yeah.
And you're just riding around on those, and it's super immersive and incredible. But
it's just a giant projection screen?
Yeah, I mean, amongst other things.
All right.
This is one of those moments, Chris, where I just want to drill into you. Your life would be so much funner if you would smoke weed.
That's a very good point.
It's pretty fun already. I mean, I don't know how much more fun you can get. It's already.
Oh, come on, dude.
There, man.
Come on. I know. It's awesome and super fun. So much more fun high. Right, Matt?
I mean, he does have a point.
Jeez,
I agree.
We went from 50% toddler to this.
To 67% stone.
Let's not forget, I started with saying Gary's going to do a rail of blow.
That's true.
In his hotel room.
Yeah.
So we cracked the case.
Speaking of Orlando, though, so Matt, you were there a couple years ago for your convention.
CrimeCon,
yeah. So I noticed something, and I thought it was just me, but I had an Uber driver kind of confirm this on my last day, which helped, but also could have been information I could have had on the first day. I'm there, and I'm hanging out. I'm drinking water a lot because, it's hot. It's muggy. You got to stay hydrated because the second you step outside, all of your moisture just goes onto the exterior of your skin.
It's so draining. It is physically draining.
And yeah, but it wasn't that bad. But I was trying to stay hydrated, and I noticed I I think the water here tastes funny. Like it tastes like. Well, first I noticed it with like some of the coffee, and then I was like, yeah, this tap water tastes funny. I thought would think it was the cups, and it wasn't the cups, and then eventually the Uber driver's like, oh yeah, Orlando water's known to be terrible, and he brought it up on his own for something based off something else. I was like,
well, where does it mark on LA Tap?
I'm fine with LA Tap, so
Because you grew up on it.
Yeah, I've never complained about LA tap.
Okay.
Maybe they hate our water or people in Orlando, but I was just like, man, this tastes like burnt water. Or like, I know I've mentioned that before, but it's like
burnt.
Freaking
wow.
There's like a burnt taste to it.
Burnt Water is my favorite folk band.
Yeah, they're opening up for InfoCon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just some festival out there pretty soon. So I'm just like, what is going on? And then I'm buying bottles of water, and I'm not a water snob. I'm not. We've gone over this. I'm fine with Dasani. I'm a big
no problem with Dasani.
Okay, it's like a meme.
It's
right?
fine.
There's only one water I won't drink, and it tastes horrible, and I don't know why. But Arrowhead
toilet water.
Arrowhead water has the
Arrowhead.
funniest,
Really?
fucked up taste to it. I can't drink Arrowhead, and I hate them because they're basically just stealing California's water and bottling it and selling it nationwide. Like, fuck you.
Oh, I'm totally chill with water, but
back in the day,
I got serious problem. Look, dude, if Arrowhead water tasted like water, I wouldn't have a problem. But it's horrible water, and they're stealing it from California.
Back in your day, Matt?
Back on my honeymoon in Italy, we went to a very fancy Michelin star restaurant that had a water sommelier.
Ooh.
Who was like the equivalent of a wine sommelier, but could tell you about the various characteristics and qualities of the sparkling waters they had on tap. And I imagine the tap water, if one were so inclined.
Matt, I'm sorry to
I always
tell
think
you
it's
this.
weird when the Somalian gets to your table and he's a white guy. And you're like, how are you? How are you, Somalian?
That's true. That is confusing. And then if he's trying to sell you water, Matt, I'm sorry to tell you this, but that was just a homeless guy. That is like,
He did keep saying Dasani over and over again.
Did he offer to sell you a special cup, a souvenir cup afterwards? So I'm in this Uber and he's telling me that, and then he's like, oh yeah, that's why Gatorade was made here, because athletes here couldn't stand the taste of water, the Florida Gators.
Yeah, Gatorade was not made there. It was made in North Florida.
Well, he said Florida.
still
Well,
part
not
of
necessarily
Florida.
Orlando, but you know, the state of Florida. Is like, yeah,
Orlando
Florida.
can't claim Gatorade.
Dude, he claimed Gatorade, man.
It's Florida Gators.
He said Gatorade, and then he like hit his chest twice and like
Did he?
pointed at the sky, dude. It's like, jeez, dude.
Gave it to God. He
You're
gave
really
it to God.
repping Gatorade right now.
Nice.
But anyway, so otherwise, everyone in Orlando was wonderful. Ran into a few Bobo boys at InfoCom.
Really?
They were very excited. And so I just want to shout them out too. And great meeting. Take some
Speaking
photos.
of running into Bobo boys, we were talking a couple of weeks ago. Gary asked me what my idea of mind-numbing TV is. And I watch a lot of stuff like Gangland.
Mobland?
And Lock Up and shit. Like, no, like documentaries on gangs.
Oh, gotcha.
And I watched one the other night on the Florida Bulldogs, which is a gang that took their name from, obviously, the Florida State football team, or the mascot of Florida State, the Bulldogs.
Is that Georgia?
And they bark. They bark.
They do.
So if we're ever in Fresno doing a show, Bobos, don't roll up and bark.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They'll give the wrong impression?
Well, no, not really. But, I mean, why
think
take the chance?
Maybe it'll unite
Why
us.
take the chance?
I wouldn't mind, having another chapter of Bobo Boys. It's just for a little protection. We'll be all right. Anyway, Matt, Avatar ride was incredible. Made me want to watch Avatar again because I realized how long it's been. So I went and watched Avatar this week.
It's a shitty movie.
How dare you? It's a freaking. I get it. After riding the
Really?
rides, I understand it more. After I've been one of
wow.
Dawson, I've been there. I've been in the sky. I know what it's like to soar
Okay. All right. No.
with my fellow Na'vi atop the Banshees and the Toruk Mokto. I know.
So say we all.
To all
Save
my
yourself the
Na'vi out
trouble.
there, I see you.
Save
see
yourself
you.
the trouble. YouTube Blue Man Group. You're good.
I mean, they might be a chapter of the Na'vi, and they're quite talented too. All right, look. Anyway, I also went to a few tiki bars, Matt, which I think you'd be proud.
I want to hear about it.
Got some drinks. Went to one called the Aku Aku, and they had a secret
Was this part of the Navi experience, or was this after?
Yeah.
After,
Yeah.
but I went under the impression I just want one drink, so just give me the hardest thing you can give me.
Zombie.
Yeah, dude. Good call.
Zombie
Zombie.
was the night one, and it worked. That thing is like a four wise men, four horsemen,
It's the Long Island iced tea of
passion
tiki
fruit.
bars.
Yeah, it is. So it was comically strong,
Yeah.
but it was fine. Didn't taste great. But then I went to this place called the Aku Aku, and theirs was a secret menu item that they're just you just have to know about, and it's called the Tiger Fucker.
Wow. How did you find out about this?
Someone told me to order it because I was just looking, and they heard that's what I was doing. Just go to the bar, order the Tiger Fucker. They'll take care of you.
Okay.
You didn't
Now,
know what it
your
was.
order.
I don't care. It's here's the thing. I'm not sensitive to anything. Like today, even someone's like, "Hey, Chris, do you want a sandwich?" And then first I said yes, and then I asked what kind of sandwich. Right? That's just.
But at that point, it's too late. You already have the sandwich in your mouth.
Chris, I have an ordering question for you.
What was that?
Yeah. I have an ordering question for you, and I'm only going to ask it because I know you. When you said, "Can I have a tiger fucker?" Did you say, "Can I have a tiger fucker?" Or did you say, "Can I have a tiger fucker?"
Number one, I went.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I went. Because you
match
gotta
the
look like a
attitude.
local. You gotta seem like a local.
Sure.
It's always
Act as if.
Yeah, Larry Miller, he told me whenever he goes to restaurants and they're trying to ask him oh, how spicy do you want this? Every place is always different. He would look at them and just go, make it the same way you'd make it for your mother. I think
That's a good one.
That's the Chris Loxamana maxim.
That's the mindset I think of when I order things. Anyway, it was wonderful. It was just, that one actually tasted really good. So if you're in Orlando and you go to the Aku Aku bar, I'll tell you the ingredients, Matt, just because you like this kind of stuff. It's vodka.
Yeah. Got it.
Something called passion fruit juice. I don't know. I've never heard of it, but passion fruit juice.
Weird. Sounds
Never-
delicious though.
Brand new to my vocabulary. And then this homemade syrup that's a jalapeno blackberry syrup.
Okay. This sounds incredible.
Oh yeah, dude. I think I mean, that's all I'm seeing online. Maybe there's other ingredients because it's a secret item, but it was spicy. It was a little fruity. It was definitely boozy, and it was wonderful. Dawson, did he turn his camera? Did Dawson tilt his camera down to show that he's rolling?
No.
Okay.
No, I
Sorry.
did not.
Just a little.
That did not happen.
Okay. Well, anyway, so that was my Orlando experience. Wonderful Infocom. Hung out with the top pro audio equipment and gear and people. And and Doss, you got to go next year, man. As I said, this is all the things you love about NAMM. This is what it is. So
Except it's in Orlando.
it switches between Orlando and Vegas every year. So
Okay.
Vegas next year, buddy. And maybe how about this? I get a little modest penthouse at the Aria. We meet
like it.
there. You like that? At first I thought Gary said he was staying at the Vidara, which doesn't have a casino. It's in that neighborhood. I stayed there once. It's all suites. And I remember being in the pool at the Vidara. With
Are you getting a fucking free room from them? Keep saying the damn name.
Maybe I should now.
Yeah.
I just like saying it. But anyway, so I'm at the Vidara. Promo code Loxy. And I'm in no, trust me, they're not going to want me after I tell this story. So I'm in the pool with a bunch of my friends, and we're getting, we're getting a little tipsy. And
one of you's turned into a toddler, if you know what I mean.
and I realized so this sometimes happens. I mean, it was a while back when I kind of just started wearing them, but I forgot my contact lenses. And so what happened? Oh shoot! I may have lost connection with the boys. Oh no, there we go.
No, we're here.
So I forget my contact lenses, but I can see a little bit. I can see a little bit. And we're in the pool, and all of a sudden, everybody's just looking up into the sky, and they're laughing, they're smiling, they're pointing. And I look, And at the second story, actually it's third story, because it's, third story window, there is a naked woman pressed up onto the window. And
pressed up,
like smushed onto the floor to ceiling window. And then she's approached by a naked man behind her, and they proceed to, do their thing.
I don't.
They proceed to engage in what the tigers were doing in my drink. And, and they're just going
copulation.
At it. And I'm like, do they know we could see them? I could kind of see them, but it's still pretty clear. And then she starts like waving to everybody as this is happening. And I'm like, oh my God, they want everybody to see. And now they're just going. And then she does the grossest thing that some people might say is the grossest thing they've ever seen. Is she does what is called a snail trail onto the floor to ceiling window, where she presses up her other side, her nether.
Can you move your hand off the camera, Chris?
Sorry, I'm trying to visualize.
You succeeded. You did.
And she just scrapes her a part of her body down the window, and just leaves this mess all over the window. And and that was my Vidara. So anyway, promo code the sweets.
Yeah, you're not getting that free room. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll never forget that though.
Why?
It's like
I'm unamused.
I'm like, I wonder if why are you not amused? That's pretty incredible stuff, man.
No, I'm not unamused by your story. I'm unamused by her.
Oh, some people just want to
watch the world burn.
Oh, anyway.
Holy crap.
Yeah. So that was my Vidara experience. But Matt, I went to one other bar in Orlando that I want to bring up to you. And Dawson for this instance, because Dawson might actually like this. It's a cantina called Taco Bell Cantina.
Oh,
Matt.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Well, I'm still thinking of your Vidara story. Is really what's happening here.
Is that the only one that still exists in the nation? This is the Taco Bell. This is the Taco Bell shoot-off, right? That they actually tried to make happen.
A shoot-off?
Stop saying shoot-off.
No, Taco Bell.
Hey, don't smear Taco Bell's name by saying...
They tried to make these Taco Bell cantinas actually work.
Yeah, and they're trying to spread them out.
Yeah.
There's tacos everywhere.
I think you went to the last one that exists.
No, there are a few select cantinas, I think, out there. But, yeah, they're just like... They're upscale Taco Bells that have booze. And...
So that was okay.
Yeah.
This is just shocking turn of events. You went from a very cool tiki bar to, I mean, was it good? I guess I should just say.
Oh, the Taco Bell? It was fine.
Yeah.
Well, what happened was after the tiki bar, we closed it out, and everyone's like, let's go to Taco Bell Cantina, where they have beers and a Baja Blast cocktail. But it was last call. We didn't get any.
Don't say Baja Blast.
Why? What's wrong with Baja Blast is a Taco Bell signature drink that you just you just want to dunk your whole mouth into it. It's so good. Anyway, we go out, so we leave the bar, the tiki bar, and we start walking like 5 blocks, and the place is madness in downtown Orlando. It's like you've seen the videos.
DTO.
You've seen the videos of like all the youngins getting out of the club, and they just basically take over the streets. Yeah. Everyone's like filming like TikTok interviews during them.
Oh, is that what they do now? That's so sad.
It's all just like.
Did you walk up to somebody and go hawk to a spit on that thing?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's probably it's like that scene where all this originated. And now I'm just walking through this sea of people trying to get to Taco Bell. And by the way, the inside of Taco Bell is the exact same thing. And I've never felt like more like a narc in my whole life. And I'm not. You guys do your thing, whatever. But man, I that's when I really thought I'm too old. I'm too old for this shit. But but wild scene, and it was just funny being in that environment that I've seen on social media so often. But anyway, Taco Bell Cantina didn't have any drinks, but I do look. If anyone's had the Baja Blast cocktail, let me know what you thought, because I'm curious myself. All right, look, we got a lot of other stuff to get to. Maybe we save it for Patreon. I do have a "This Is How You Remind Me" as well. Why don't we finish the show off with "This Is How You Remind Me," and then we'll start our Patreon recording. You guys down?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's freaking go.
This is how you remind me. This is how you remind me.
Not like you. Say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. Sorry, I did jump the beat on that one, dude.
All good. All right,
so
so
a half step early.
This installment of This Is How You Remind Me is from September 2019 in an episode called Jurassic Park, Shushing, and Disney Plus. And I'll just say that, people have been sending in clips, and I am collecting the clips that people are sending in, but I'm also listening for stuff too. And I recently went to a concert, which I can tell you guys about on Patreon, but I just happened to be listening to a clip where Chris went to a concert. And as usual, he tries to tell a story, and, everyone's cutting him off. But this was a good one that I think we might all enjoy.
Here we go.
We're at the John Mayer concert, and there are these women behind me and Jen, and they are just having the loudest effing conversation, just making awful jokes, talking about her sciatica
during the set,
and her hip, her bad hip, yeah, and even during the intimate acoustic songs, they're just yapping away, just yapping.
My sciatica's acting up.
That's right.
Really, mine too.
That's right. They weren't as.
Have you tried Excedrin?
No, it gives me the cramps.
They weren't as Jewish.
You need a stool softener.
Speaking of stool softener,
did you see those stools at Target?
Oh my God, they were on sale.
Guys, did you miss Blue Bloods this week?
It's a wonderland.
Where are we?
That other Wahlberg guy was great on Blue Bloods.
Is this Staples Center?
No, it's the five 'em.
For what?
The five 'em.
The what?
We're in Inglewood,
Oh, there's a lot of blacks here, huh?
Whoa.
That's what they said.
And scene.
Yeah. Pull that. I see how we just took that ripcord, just yanked it right off our packs.
Since my last name is Dawson, you should start calling me Derail.
That is a pretty apt nickname now that I think about it. No, I remember that. I think you guys are pretty accurate with your reenactment, because it brought me back to that, and I felt like I was there. So, not too far off. But thanks for that clip, Matt. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right. Well, why don't we go ahead and get ready for Patreon? Where, by the way, in Patreon, I shall announce the movie that we have to watch for Movie Club.
Get to watch.
Sweet.
Have to watch. You're the one in charge of it. Have to watch.
Correct. That's right. All right. So why don't we go around the horn, get our plugs in, and we'll get started with our Patreon episode. So I'll start all the way in Austin, Texas. Matt, what could we plug for you?
Again, patreon.com/watercooler. $5 a month, you get twice the show. And if you don't like it, stop. But I think you're going to like it. So you should try it out. And we would really appreciate the support.
Totally agree. And then, Dawson, what about you?
I got a lot here, so hang on with me. This is a big weekend of comedy shows for me. Thursday night, I'm doing a show in Santa Barbara. And I know that Melissa Birch, Bobo Boy girl, is going to join us in Santa Barbara.
Hey.
Then Saturday night, I'm at the Ice House. And it's me and 4 other comedians, so it's a real show, and I get a long time.
Nice.
That's at the Ice House in Pasadena. And then Sunday night, I'm on a show with 3 comedians. I get more time. I'm opening up for a dude named Darren Carter. He's fucking hilarious. He
Darren.
beatboxes. He beatboxes in his show, and his ending thing is he'll beatbox, and he does it really well. And then he's like, I like my women like I like my... And then somebody in the crowd goes, taxes. And then he'll be like, Always do on the 15th. It's something.
He'll like
he's
freestyle
funny.
it.
He's funny.
He's listening. It's like that's.
freestyles it.
Oh man, that was the worst plug ever. No,
No,
no.
but there was
Darren's
there was
I
a
like that.
viral video of him going around where Bobby Lee was talking about how he hates to have an unenergetic opener, and he's like, "You need Darren Carter, party starter," and that's the dude I'm opening up for. That's in Torrance in the South Bay on Sunday night. Then second, I wanted to let you guys know, I work these rock cruises, right?
It's been
Well, the
said
next
once or
one I'm
twice.
doing leaves out of Boston and goes north to Canada, and the Alan Parsons Project is on it.
Who?
ELO minus Jeff Lynne is on it. Ambrosia is on it minus
Lots of
David
salad.
Pack.
Let's go.
Also salad. I thought that's good because I thought you said also solid. I hope that's what you meant because it was
is.
brilliant. Okay, good. And I have been given a lot more opportunity and freedom because usually we pack all of these bands and all of this stuff into a 5-day cruise. This cruise is 7 days.
Ooh.
And there's a lot of downtime. And so the bosses are like, okay, hosts, who's got ideas? I am developing a lyric game show right now that we're going to do live on the thing. And I also got approved to do DJ sets over MTV music videos on the big screen.
So sick.
Cool.
So I'll be doing the toolbox stuff and the fun radio stuff, but you're going to be able to see all of the music videos. And I got like 2,000 music videos from MTV in the 80s.
Oh, it's so cool.
With all the bumpers too. I got Dennis Leary talking about don't do drugs. I want all that stuff. That's going to be fun. That cruise leaves in August, and I know a lot of people listen to the show in New England. You don't have to fly. You don't have to do shit. You got to come up with a certain amount of money, but you can put 4 people in one room.
Ooh.
And
Pile
your
in.
room on a cruise ship is just where you sleep. So it doesn't matter if it's, in the middle of the ship. You don't need windows. In fact, you want a dark room to sleep it off. But the cruise is called On the Blue. And if any of you Bobo boys come, I know that the Ishes Bobo boys surprised me on one of my cruises, and they're like, "Hey, Dawson." I'm like, "Oh, fuck." But check it out. It's on thebluecruise.com. Look at the lineup. If you're in New England, check it out. It's going to be a shitload of fun this year.
Dude, speaking of 4 guys piling into one cabin in a cruise, I remember.
Oh, also real quick, Chris, Matt,
Sure.
last night for the first time ever, I watched Popstar. Never stop.
stopping. So good.
And what a joy.
You're
It's
plugging,
so
are you
good.
plugging Popstar?
What a fantastic movie.
It was seriously underrated. I don't think people understand how funny that movie was.
Great fucking movie.
Yeah, speaking of 4 guys piling into one cabin in a cruise, I remember walking back into my cabin, like it was like a bachelor party or something, at like 2 a.m. And I just see outside of the door 3 guys in the hall just sitting on the floor with like their knees to their chins, just like sitting there. I'm like, you guys all right? And like, yeah. Boy gets a girl in the
getting laid.
room.
Yeah.
And they're just like chilling outside. Just chilling outside of the room. It's like, man, you guys are good friends.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as for my plug, I'd like to plug Avatar
Nice.
and the Vidara Hotel. So check those things out.
Yeah, you really owe them one after that story.
Matt, I feel like
I know,
Avatar
it's
and
not their fault.
Vidara should be crunched somehow until another word.
I think Avatar Vidara is opening for Infocon as well. So I think, they might have a double. Maybe they have 2 openers in that festival. So, all right. Well, anyway, we're going to get started with the Patreon show. Thanks again to everybody for hanging out with us. We'll see you later this week. We love you. Goodbye.
Navi. Morgan Fresno.